Welcome back, game lovers. It's another return to form. We got Pants and Corpse back on the stream.
Yes.
Took a little bit of a break for the players to get ready for the semifinals and for us to recharge, refuel, and re-hype ourselves with some
mugs were out, so.
some interesting warm-up methods. And, you know, as we said before, we went to break. It's going to be Sleepless and Snuffles House of Pain on stream. Snuffles we haven't had on stream the entire weekend. So this is going to be their stream debut, but Snuffles, no stranger to playing on the Game Arena OSU streams. He's been here for, I believe, both Operation Launch and Operation Winter, but he was on different teams. This is now a team of his own creation.
Nice.
We're getting things started off on Ancient. You know, it's a map that at one point we could say this is a newer map, but it's kind of settled into the pool where it's achieved that level of familiarity. It's one of the boys. And, you know, we're in semifinal play. They're going up against Sleepless, who we saw, you know, at the very tail end of the previous stream moment, or part of the stream.
Yeah.
We saw them finish it up in overtime, but we didn't see the whole thing. We just know that they're good in overtime.
They're good in overtime.
And we just have this to go off of regarding skill. I know Snuffles and the boys have been playing pretty well. And I know Sleepless has been playing pretty well, so this should be a hot match.
It should be. And interestingly enough, this is the same first two maps as Sleepless played in their first matchup.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be that Ancient, Anubis back-to-back maps that they are seeing again. So
Yeah.
a lot of familiarity with these guys. They should have the advantage technically, but Snuffles getting recommended by Kojo in that interview saying, hey, watch out for this guy. And pistol round aboard.
Diaz taking the team leader out. And now Bones going to have to swing outward and finish him off. A little bit of a change in momentum very quickly. I think that we saw the early picks from the T side, and then CTs were able to close it up.
Okay.
Snuffles House of Pain proving that they can bring it.
Which one do you think is Snuffles?
I think that he is the one wearing the jersey. I think he's the... I could be wrong. I think he's a small Asian guy.
Okay.
So he should be the... Yeah.
Yes, he is. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, producer. But now, so we're hopping into this next round, obviously.
And I think that it's the same situation where, you know, in terms of where they're looking from left to right, that should be the 1 to 5.
Okay.
So that was the guy that was sitting fourth.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, slow play coming in from Sleepless. They did upgrade pistols. They did buy out.
Interesting.
Yeah, very.
They got all armor and helmets.
And I guess Bones was feeling it and, you know, had the money for it. So rocking the M4 and the kit and the full armor. Wilson's in the same position, and everybody else just sort of smaller upgrades.
So my thing is, like, as a player, as this is like slow round right now. We're kind of reaching the site util being.
Well, yeah, one of the key terms is playing for picks.
They're playing for picks.
Yeah, but I mean now it's just turning into a
run it down.
rush.
Yep.
It's going to be hard for them to, you know, get over the gun discrepancy. They're doing a little bit of work, and they did bring it down to a 2v2, but 2 M4s trained on one person with a deagle. You're 2 taps away from a win, but those 2 taps got to be truer than true.
Oh, come on, Diaz. You found the timing. Slice it. Hot knife through butter. He's sitting in the smoke.
Bones should be able to capitalize.
Yeah.
And, you know, Wilson helps out. A little bit of awkwardness from the shots there, but it don't matter. It all goes down the same. All right, Snuffafoo and the boys. Looking,
I had a question actually. So like I know you play CS and you were like at a level.
Yeah.
You still are. But when you're buying defuse kits, like how many players are you expecting to buy? Because for me, I like full send. I don't really care because that's a waste of $400 in my opinion.
Look, the age-old adage of don't be a loser.
Okay.
Buy a diffuser.
Okay.
If I can buy a diffuse kit, I'm probably going to do it. Sometimes you're playing on that level where you're like, okay, one person's not going to buy it, and then you can pick up another person's.
Right.
But it really is like, I need to know that I have it on me. If I can control, like if somebody's telling me, a team captain's telling me don't buy one, then I might not, because he might know better than me. But
Right.
I would rather have one, so I'm buying it. I'm glad that this team seems to abide by this similar logic. Kermie taken down by Jax. It's now 2v3. Snuffles on the back foot. They got some work to do.
Yeah, donut control isn't in their favor, and one of the harder sites, or no, not harder sites, but one of the access points to A is that
full running from Snuffles, kind of giving his position away. But hey, if you can make it work, doesn't matter. And you know, it should be noted if you see hands raising, we're right here, right next to Sleepless. So any single time they pop off from a round win, that is pretty much getting blasted right into our craniums.
You will definitely see me up there if they're yelling, but hey, Snuffles early 2-1 lead. And again, Sleepless with a nice round right there. Who's the middle guy in the yellow shirt next to the Robs jersey?
I don't know.
Okay.
But I will know in a little tiny bit.
He seems to be the vocal one, you know. He was the loud one right there, and guy next to him in the red, and they're gonna be. Oh, dude, this is gonna be a fun. This is gonna be a fun one.
I think we got ourselves another technical timeout. It looks like. What?
Oh, you want my mic closer? Okay.
My bad. I misread it. We had the camera on them, so. Yeah. Okay, and Sleepless, you know, winning that one. Now they're able to buy rifles. The only sort of money left on the table is Mini going for the Galil instead of a, you know, more popular AK. We are doing a force buy from Snuffles House of Pain, and I think that is what their character is going to be. This level of unorthodox aggression.
There you go.
Like Snuffles has been just swing peeking with the MP9, full spraying, hoping for the best, and you know, a lot of these like more fast-moving, aggressive plays. It's interesting.
Well,
for me, UMP, you aren't seeing that much in this tournament. I feel like everybody regarding SMGs is only going for MP9s.
I feel like that's just, again, going to be a staple in how Snuffles plays.
Yeah.
And especially Snuffafu, is I feel like they have that trust in him to just be like, be bold, be brave on a map like Ancient, where you have a couple of like tight corridors where you can just pop out.
Yeah.
As we're in a 1v2 here.
Looking pretty strong, coming in from Connector, threw the gun down. Maybe a little bit of a fake utility play, but nobody's getting thwarted by that. And Snuffafu's back on the board, you know? Oh, you like the momentum of having a round win. Well, we're just going to take it right back.
Yeah, I like that.
How about you go F yourself?
That's true, true. What will Sleepless What will Sleepless do? Now here, looks like it's going to be, what, TAC-9s, and a couple, I think those are Deagles, right, if I'm not mistaken?
Yeah.
Yeah, so a couple Deagles.
So, yeah, this is what we call upgrades, because all they're doing is, you know, buying a better pistol. You know.
But they're saving everything, no armor, it looks like, and HE's Connect. So
they do have 3 armor.
They do it, no, my bad. No helmets, no helmets as well.
Correct.
Yes. So now.
Yeah, this should be a quick and easy one for Snuffles. They, shouldn't have much to worry about. Trying to take sites without utility is one of the harder things to do in Counter-Strike. And as long as Snuffles is not playing stupid, this should be theirs, and they can head on forward.
Well, I like what they do, actually, is like early pressure through mid is going to keep these players kind of content.
Hermie getting a little shredded there. Still able to walk away with his life, but Top Shadow paving the way,
come on, Kirby.
At least a little bit.
Challenge Kirby. Swing every swung. Well,
ooh, Icarus.
His teammate.
Not flying too close to the sun.
His teammate able to do.
Ooh, Icarus taking out Kermie, but then Jax. So, you know, a little bit of the IOU is met.
And Bones sitting more or less in CT spawn.
Double MP9s from the T side, and it's enough to take him down. That was a little bit of an awkward end to the round. It really looked like Snuffles should have had that one locked up, but it is what it is.
Chow through what's that? The B site, the little, God, what was it? It's like right here. What's that?
Now I'm calling that Connector.
Okay, Connector.
And then
yeah.
If
Connector.
I'm wrong, I think it might be Dragon.
Okay.
I think it might be Construction. There's a lot of different callouts. So, you know.
Actually, interesting. Nobody went A hall, so no information provided on that left-hand side of the minimap for now. Snuffles has control of
doubled up on donuts. That's that's the dream right there.
And again, like doubled up on this Connector Dragon construction area. So
utilities coming in on donut. They could you know, read this as we're about to get pushed, but push isn't happening quite yet. Kermie's trying to stealth it, trying to find something. Top Shadow's keeping an eye on the smoke, waiting for it to dissipate, and might just be onto something. Jax, good headshot onto upper, and just a little bit of a kill feed going on here. Things are getting whittled down. We're now down to a 2v2.
It was huge because
just as quickly.
Because of those smokes, they were able to get into red. And now you're going to see this like little pincer on A. Nobody's home though. Yep, big man
full rotate coming in from Icarus and Bones. They might not anticipate coming through tons.
I think they're going to be expecting like maybe a red wrap or a donut here.
Yeah.
And yeah, like you said, Icarus just has the timing. When do you back up? When you go, Icarus
able to catch him by surprise, and now Blastoise has a little bit of
flash.
Oh, hill to climb. Icarus takes him out, has the defuse, going for it, and taking us into round 7.
Two high energy teams. Two high energy teams.
Snuffles will go up 4-2. It rings true, and right now Icarus is top fragging 10-4, and we're only 6 rounds in, playing pretty damn solid.
No lost bonuses across the board, only one, but
yeah. And I think Kermie does have a kill, but I think it got taken away from the TK.
Want Kermie. There's now a couple Galeals, AKs, one person with attack 9 on the side of Sleepless. And I think that's an upgrade to a pistol, but not too much, not a deagle or anything like that.
Yeah.
You got pretty much standard from Snuffles. They've been consistently winning here back-to-back rounds, so they're going to have AKs, or not AKs, they're going to have M4s, and I think that's what, 1?
I almost feel like Snuffafoo is making a point of like not buying a rifle. Like
he's like, I can do it with the sub.
I can do it with the M15-9 the whole way.
Yeah.
This cheapo POS, but
well, I mean, he gets more money per kills, and the way he's been playing, he started off the rounds really hot and nice, and these choke points, he's playing close to it. So again, if you're Jax, you better be ready. Snuffafoo again, this close chow.
That might be.
How is he?
The strategy is he might not. He might be like less afraid of death. When he dies, he's only giving them such a weak weapon.
Right. That is true. That is true. I mean, it could be an upgrade in the case to Sleepless, but again, everybody brought Galeals and AK, so not much.
Yeah, but he takes out Jax, who's then Jax takes him out, and then Kermie is able to avenge him. Blastoise, I feel like had the lineup there for the win. Ooh, good shot from Bones.
The flash
doesn't help that Mini was already totally lit.
When do they isolate? Bomb's gonna go down. Wilson peeks. He finds 1, 2.
Wow, that was really quick, and you get the extra defuse money. Well, hold up. Nah, you don't want them to plant.
Yeah, but you do get money off defusing, don't you?
I think it's the same from just the normal round one. I could be wrong.
Okay. But, I mean, just the trigger discipline of just not going until he knows the bomb is down. You know, he doesn't want to take that advantage of maybe a tap in play. And again,
it was good. He definitely shot in the right order. Because if he shot the planter first, then the other player could react while that's going on.
And the person from A main could have peeked. But yeah, Snuffles all over this on the CT side of things.
They're looking really good. I think that Kojimo might be onto something.
I like this out of Sleepless, though. Just full rush, 5-man, hit this, squad, connector, dragon,
pistol
construction.
Upgrades, but
you leave mid open.
They're kind of locking it down from the CT side. So, yeah, they're barely letting any shots come into them at all.
Icarus and Kermie, that round went huge.
Everybody gets to survive for the next round. Snuffles up 6-2 and looking hot. Looking hot.
Especially Icarus, man. Dealt a lot of damage that round. ADRs across the board. We got 3 people over 100 on the side of Snuffles. And you are...
You know, Snuffles House of Pain has a nice little acronym. SHOP.
SHOP?
Yeah. S-H-O-P.
S-H-O-P. What's that mean?
Snuffles House of Pain.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You just said that, and I'm like, what? Hopping into this. Passive, very passive from the side of Sleepless. Do not get discouraged, though. They're going to try and fight.
You know what you can buy at the SHOP?
What?
You can buy a dub. You can buy 6 dubs, 6 round dubs.
You got to get Snuffafoo return on that. And again, they are trying to take control of this construction.
Banging through smoke, looking for someone that isn't there. They have the right idea. He's just a little too squirrely. Snuffafoo playing a rare position. Double kill with the MP9 through smoke, and should be able to get to big man Blastoise, who's the only remaining player on Sleepless. Snuffles is looking really hot on this T side, or CT side of Ancient.
It's Ancient
might just
CT,
be their
right?
map.
Ancient CT?
No clue.
I think it's CT.
As stated before, I let my, what do you call it?
CT side.
My boneheadedness get in front of me when it comes to actually accepting that maps are team-sided.
Well, I mean, yeah, I know there's like percentages of like what it is, and all maps are fairly close in a sense, but again, Snuffles showing us what it can be for the defense to reign supreme, and it's
full rush coming in. Another pistol round?
Yeah.
We saw this 2 rounds ago, and it didn't work that well, but they're able to get 2 early picks with Tech 9s.
That's easy.
Looking nice and hot.
You denied Donut. Yeah. That's going to be nice. And now it's really just dealing with
who's able to clear the smoke. Doesn't get revealed from the other side into the back of A site. Pretty utilitarian.
Oh, my God.
Oh, wow. What?
Another.
What? That was such a good flick.
He knows.
That was so good.
Now you just have to spray. The defense.
Yeah, it's a 3v3 now.
Jax, get in there. Jax with the knife. He finds it.
It's now a 1v2. Icarus reloading.
He heard
Might
it. I think he heard the reload.
By Top Shadow.
But he's going for the defuse.
He gets shot, and it's taken down through the smoke. That was definitely a little sloppy. A little sloppy from both sides in some respects, but obviously Sleepless was able to tie it back up. And, you know, on a pistol round, that's got to be a breath of fresh air. Still, 7-3. You could be looking at 9-3. You could be looking at 8-4. Let's see if Sleepless can find themselves a nice little 5 rounds on the first half.
This is the round to do it. Again, you full commit A, so what does that leave the door open?
Snuffles' economy is pretty forgiving. They could lose this and still find a way to take the next one.
They're so fast, though. Look, Top Shadow already in.
Wow, completely swarming side.
Got to worry about those wall bangs, though. You're going to smoke construction.
Oh, Icarus.
And again.
Snuffles taking Mini out. Snuffles smoking himself, I think, in order to prevent the molly?
I like it. Did it get back there in time, though?
They're just playing eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth.
What is going on right now? Everybody's trading everybody.
I know.
Slow down.
It's like a fun little rhythm of frags. Blastoise. It's now 1v2 with the bomb down. A hard retake scenario for Wilson, but Wilson knows that he can afford to die because they can all pretty much buy outright. I think we're going to see like a FAMAS or 2 or maybe like a smaller gun. But yeah, this is the final round of first half. 7-4. Snuffles House of Pain is on top, but they have been struggling in this latter half of the first half.
What is that again? Sorry. I know you said the name before. I forget.
What is what? That's the MP9.
The MP9, yeah, that's what I thought. Because I'm struggling with the CT side of SMGs, but an Opera in play. Diaz finds one. HEs connect across the boards. Holy grenade! What is happening? And now look at this. Different look out of Snuffles here. They have spread the map and left mid-control.
Wilson's able to take down in red, and Snuffles gets thwarted for hopping around like a kindergartner.
Oh.
Top Shadow gets the drop.
Can't he find anything?
It's a little too much spray, not enough control.
And now it's all up to...
just getting tapped. Getting tagged.
Can number 6 find him?
The 4v2 is going to make this difficult, and yeah, you see those MP9s again and again from Snuffles House of Pain. They love them. They almost seem to have more success with them than the average rifle. Mini, some of those interactions, they just weren't ready to spray down on the heads of the Snuffles players. It's interesting, but. 8-4. I think that Snuffles is happy with that result.
I'll take that.
Can they keep it up on T side? I think that the way they were playing on CT side sometimes looked like they were playing on C side.
Yeah, but that's the hard part. Going from that I guess defender's advantage, because again, you look at Snuffles and how they were playing with those SMGs and it was just like close corners in your face. Can you do that on the T side, which you're going to be, I guess, in my opinion, if you're Sleepless, play a little bit more passive. Just play those lanes for the ARs when you can get to them, and it's just going to make it a whole lot easier. Make Snuffles come out of his kind of hidey holes, and then you'll find everything on this map.
This will be as stated before, a hill to climb for Sleepless Gaming. We have a little bit of a technical timeout going on, so the next half we're waiting patiently.
This is interesting. I mean,
we're all having a good time.
If I'm looking at Ancient, man, this is a map where, dude, I only love playing defense on this map. I suck at it. I suck at attacking on it. And it's just like, A is my zone. So I love the fact that, in my opinion, I feel like Ancient can be very A dominant, where you can only leave one guy anchoring and you can just spread the rest of the map. As now we're seeing Sleepless do just that, but they are about to get meat with Snuffles and it's pistol rounds. We know how this goes. It's about to be messy. Everybody,
yes, Snuffle's playing a little extended, trying to go for this approach into Dragon.
All right, here they go. Everybody charge!
Blastoise gets the one, but couldn't find the multi-taps that everybody loves to do on CT side. Top Shadow, you know, a lot of discipline going on to line up for that shot. I respect it. I probably would have played a lot more aggressively. Oh, wow. And, yeah, Snuffles able to bring it all the way back. Very good with the Glock. I kind of saw that one coming. I feel like if you're good with those rushy SMGs, the Glock is kind of like your secret weapon on round one. None of them had to upgrade. They just played it honest and super solid.
Couple Mac 10s again.
It's their happy place. Like literally,
they got
just
three
like,
now.
I almost feel like this team.
Sorry, there's four.
Yeah, this team likes to play SMGs more than like to play rifles.
I mean, honestly, that's how you should do. What kind of boost is this going to be? Is it going to get? What kind of boost are we doing here?
Well, it's a 0-buy boost, and they're making themselves a larger unit with more weak points, but you know, you as the enemy now have to think about where to shoot more.
Oh God, Icarus finds
3K with the entire team on his ass. Oh, and Snuffles just immediately calls it out. I think that he had the player info from Icarus, and it just worked out pretty nicely. This is looking solid for Snuffles, who is up 10-4 in the second half. They might be taking us to the second map with a healthy advantage.
This is going to be as dominant
now,
as
this was a Snuffles pick. This is their map.
Yeah.
They should win this. But they are also looking really solid, just even in the moment-to-moment stuff. Even the stuff that doesn't require map knowledge, just like those little swing outs. I guess that could be relying on that knowledge. Snuffle mollying in, running through Molly himself. Yeah, this massive risk taker you are.
Down their throats.
Although Top Shadow is laying down the law.
Gets away.
I am the law.
The reach
I am the law.
in.
Bones probably gonna pick this up. You know, you got how many rounds? 17. Not even. You don't even need to reload. That's workable. Hey, you're able to take one down, but you are giving them the in on hope. I hope I can win, and you might not want that to happen. But Sleepless is, you know, they're not. I don't want to use the word chump, but they're not looking.
It's not looking promising.
Right
well, we'll see. We'll see the break off as now Snuffles. Again, this fast-paced team. When do you slow it down is the question. When do you change the pace? And when does Sleepless catch on to that is kind of my
It almost feels like they're walking in and saying, like, we don't want to play the kind of Counter-Strike that you guys play. We want to have fun. We want to play the way we want to.
Well.
And right now they're getting kind of punished for that. They brought an op. It's now down. Kind of a pricey investment, and they could get blown up for it.
Aggression meets aggression, and Isaac Newton said, whatever force is more powerful, something's got to give. Whatever law. I think it's like the first law or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think. I'm not sure. It might be the first law.
This smoke is going to be pivotal.
Big man blast.
Oh, you can hear the footsteps. That positional audio was like super locked in for him, like mentally calibrated. He might have been able to take the shot right then and there.
They're just playing close. Big man blast.
They will take out Blastoise, but you get the double swing, and Icarus falls. Mini shoots into the wall while Wilson anticipates, but can't anticipate every angle, every direction. Gets taken down, and now we have a little bit more of an interesting story to tell. Sleepless on a 2-round streak, and doing a solid job of preventing Snuffles from tasting even a glimmer of victory.
It's going to be a full buy for them.
10 rounds, not scary.
On the side, Snuffles, save. Just save. Nobody buy anything.
I just want to say, I'm not I'm not counting them out on a full block.
I'm not counting them out either, just because of the sheer ability for them to just full send everything and trade out is also good.
Could be scary. Could be unprecedented.
I don't know if I like them just playing right here in this mid, but hey, Donut is free. Jax is here, kind of finds one.
Gets one, but gets taken out himself.
And this is what they do, right? The aggression. They just find a path. They're like, boys, we're gonna run. We're gonna go.
And you're putting an AK in Snuffles' hands. He might be able to write history here.
Daiji with the upper. Finds two.
The chopper is my pen.
There you go.
Kermi's the only one remaining, and this was an off-site player.
Ooh.
They could have an easy defuse for them.
They tap it though. Kermi's gonna have to check.
Wait, why do they have the?
They tap?
What? The guy with no kit defusing. Oh, it's not Kermi defusing.
Oh,
gets the shots in. Not enough. Not enough. And now we're at 7.
10-7?
Yeah, 7 to 10.
10-7.
Very on notice for Snuffles. They gotta figure this out.
That's another full buy.
They need a full stop on Sleepless's momentum right here, right now. They got the full loss bonus, but they're sitting on some nest eggs.
Oh, they're one off a full bonus. So again, they got all the hats and tricks and all the little util that they want. They're gonna go a little bit of a split push here. You're gonna have presence across the map, or at least the middle of it. B seems to be the focus.
Diage anticipating outside of Donut, looking for that mid pick that would definitely help to get things started.
They're going to deny
Smoked out,
yep, deny it.
But now is looking to maybe push out of it. Frags it. Perfect timing from Snuffles House of Pain. They don't know how good they have it.
And then again, look at this. Yeah. Sleepless know that they left red
Icarus
open.
could go walk into red, peek into the back halls of A, and maybe get some solid picks. But now it's going to be Wilson versus Mini. Mini flaming out Wilson, preventing that acquisition of knowledge and the potential pick. Icarus still on the inner corner. Things are getting tense deep into the mid on the CT side. And now Mini gets the first pick, and now Wilson avenges his fallen Icarus.
And look at this, they're going to shift back to B. I love it. They've kept those number 2 and number 3 arrows on the mini-map.
Self-damage from Blastoise. With a one-tap from Wilson, looking clean as hell.
Nade goes out, HE. He's going to get tags. They're going to just converge on top Shadow. He finds one, but this man has been a two-piece demon. Can the Tony 2-tap hit? Well, he's just going to wait for his teammates. Yep,
Diage with the AWP, taking out Wilson. Who's doing a really good job.
Because of where tapped Shadow is, they're just going to regroup with him and just try and send it with the numbers.
Bones
I
has
love
the
it.
Molotov. Trying to deny anybody getting through.
Maybe
a little too deep. Top Shadow with the kill. Only one remaining. Jax has to do it. Jax can't do it. Snuffles back in the mix. Getting the money and, just another win.
You know they're happy about that in a 3v2 retake. They're able to hold the backside of
some of Sleepless aren't really going to be able to buy like that. We're only seeing a 5-7 out of Jax.
Is he saving?
No, he doesn't. He didn't have it.
Oh.
He started this one with like 1950.
Yeah. All right. He's got nothing left. All right, a little bit of an A hit here. Sleepless trying to protect them, trying to go B. And what is it about leaving A open? Is it easier to take from the back? Like, was a retake in? Like, I know donut control is kind of cool, but smokes are going to be there for the side of Snuffles, so they're going to deny this. And again, you got somebody in red, but it's going to be, it may be too late of a wrap through
I think it's just a gamble. I think it's just we are heavily anticipating, and maybe it is easier to retake, but they're looking at the way that Snuffles is playing and just kind of gambling on will they full send, and we have to be on notice on A or on B. So
nobody can die. Jax.
As you were noticing, Diage almost got the collateral. That would have been insane. But yeah, right now it's a 4v4 with Snuffafu, thinning their numbers. Ooh, and Snuffafu gets taken down. We're now only relying on Wilson with an AK, who has to sneak back into the smoke. Can't quite do it. Maybe was spraying for a little too long and giving his position away with the tracing rounds and the smoke displacement.
I love it. And I feel like that's another thing about Snuffles' playstyle is because of the aggression that they showed on the CT side at B. It was just like, boys, we have to be stacking B more and more and more, even on the offensive side, because again, like this was a team early on. They were just full rushing everything with what Max and MPs or MPs M9s. MP9s. Yes, I'll get it one day. Trust me. But now you've forced Snuffles in this position where it is just upgrades to Tech 9s across the board. So this is looking like a round. Again, we don't want to count them out just because of the ability they have to trade frags. Big man Blastoid already here, though. Gonna look for this player lurking in mid.
Snuffles rushing in with a Tech 9. Maybe able to get a kill. Not quite. Mini counters. Mini continues with the beatdown, and Top Shadow and Blastoise backing him up. Wilson only has a Tech 9 and a little bit of armor. There's no reason not to go for this. If any guns were dropped, that would be a reason. You could save it, but, you know, this is just a hero play in the making. And, you know, we got eyes everywhere. Oh, gets the one, and that's actually entirely worth the effort. It's like 450 in the bank, one rifle taken out of their lineup.
Does that guy got Zins?
That guy's got a couple. But, you know, I don't know what that is. You know what I do know what it is? I do know McDonald's.
Oh, I do know McDonald's too.
Yeah.
Well, they're our proud sponsors, and crispy chicken tenders are back, ladies and gentlemen. I wish they brought the McRib back. That was a...
They do it once a year.
They do it once a year. All right. But they do it. They do it. And again, we're seeing Snuffles hopping right into this. That's that B aggression we were talking about. Nades, at least connecting on Kermie alone. Look at number 4 through the connector.
So almost gets the shock. Blastoise is able to sneak away into Dragon, into connector, and gets dinged.
Run away.
Tag.
Run away.
Flash through, not pushing.
He has teammate support, so the crossfire is going to be here. Yep, there you go.
Yeah, Top Shadow's able to take it out.
You should be
Kermie's
expecting the other. Kermie, the indecisiveness of Hang. Like, I know he's there, but I'm just going to...
down Bones.
Mini.
And
how did Mini not win that?
I don't know.
All right.
10-11. Snuffles looked so good at the half, and now it's starting to look like they have to really figure this out right here, right now. Because I think that with the way Sleepless has been playing these past couple of rounds, they might be able to completely avoid overtime.
Yeah, lost bonus is in at full effect, though. They're not actually going to buy. It's just upgrades. So it's interesting again.
Yeah. I understand it. It's like, you know, you're this close to the end of the match. And if they don't buy now, which they don't really have good money for, that means they get the bonus for next round. And, you know, if they do get a win, that's a miracle. That's awesome. But, yeah, it's happening. Diaz.
Oh!
Literally.
Clap,
with the
baby.
collateral.
Clap back.
That is pretty good stuff from Diaz.
I don't know. Momentum swinging. Oh, that's unfortunate.
Take down the op, but somebody's going to pick it up.
Somebody's going to pick it up.
All right, now we're full buy for the whole rest of the match.
All right.
And, yeah.
Hold up.
Sleepless has discovered their blueprints. They're exploding the Death Star from the inside.
It's a full buy. If you lose here, Snuffles, it's not looking promising. But again, they have that loss bonus, so they can probably full buy again next round.
Right, but, you know, with the way momentum's been shifting, do you even want, like, no, you don't want to go to overtime. Nobody wants to go to overtime. The only reason you want to go to overtime is because it's with a big old pick. Jax completely shredding his own HP on the grill. And Icarus taking him down too.
Does he expect the other one?
Yeah, they totally miss the guy in smoke, but it doesn't matter. There's another kill. Too much trigger discipline from Mini. This could be... What the hell?
Oh, I like this. He's waiting for the rotation.
This is so much trigger discipline.
He's waiting
for the
rotation.
That was so good. And he could pave the way for Top Shadow to take it back, but it's a 2v1 on a site where he has to walk all the way across the map to get. But holy the way shit.
At least he set it up
Mini
for Shadow.
With that trigger discipline was insane. It's one of those things where you watch it evolve and you're just thinking like, why didn't he take that shot? And then 2 kills later, I know why he didn't take that shot.
Come on, Shadow. They're gonna smoke this.
Yeah, he's got to push it. He's just got to.
The timing is here.
Yeah, he doesn't know they're looking the other way.
He can get in. I think he's crossed it. There he is.
Feel it.
Top Shadow, turn around.
He's checking too many corners.
There
Bones
he is.
Ready for it now. Takes the shot and takes the kill. Snuffles might just win their map pick.
Oh,
and
shoot.
I think they might have also just sent Sleepless back to the Stone Age.
All right.
No, they're still buying. Never mind.
It's gonna be
I didn't consider the cash. That's on me. That's on me.
Jax has $0. He is full bot with everything he's got.
They have to full buy. Why wouldn't they?
I know they got a full buy, but I'm just saying, like, he's got 0 in the tank. No.
He just bought a decoy and a Zeus. It's not that crazy.
Decoy and a Zeus. It's no B pressure. They're looking like they bomb carriers over here.
Blastoise with the self-damage, compounded with the molly damage. Oh, I really hope he's not dying to a body shot later on.
God, the
Mini gets a pretty solid frag to get things started. Diaz meeting him alongside the way.
And I like this out of Sleep. Just back up. Back up.
Yeah.
Everybody get out. Play the numbers.
We can play more reserved, more defensively.
Yes.
Their numbers are weak.
Hold this mid for the rotation. Hold backside B, so that way you can just do it.
Almost perfectly lined up. He's anticipating the catwalk play.
Now the good thing for Snuffles is that like everybody's backed up now. It's a 3v2 on the site, so they could just full send, which is what their motto has been pretty much all of Ancient.
Yeah, but they don't have that knowledge. They can't confirm that.
I know. I'm just saying.
Countering
from our perspective.
Entrance.
Do it, Mini.
Oh, and Snuffles
deal with him.
Finally gets the first kill for Snuffles House of Pain.
And they've eliminated the top shadow. He's by himself. He finds one. Lineup is not there.
With another headshot to keep them in the game. The bomb's planted. Can't get the op. Great jump.
The wall bangs. When do the wall bangs come in from Connector? I think he's lining up for them. Wilson gets burned alive. They shoot him through the pillar. Snuffles, what do you have? Can you win the map right here? They've dropped the op. He finds one. The snap is there. And Snuffles, get up, big man. Let him have it. Win your map pick.
The namesake of the team captain, looking like the MF man right there. I will say, I don't think things should have gotten that close. I don't like that they got put in that scenario on their own map choice. That does not bode well for the next map. However, you cannot deny the clutchness of this man. No. He literally put the team on his back. He said, I'm going to make a team. I'm going to put him on my back. I'm going to win the goddamn match. That's exactly what he did.
Scratch and sniff Snuffafoo came to play. I don't know what he took, but man.
That was an electric last round. Very volatile. You could not know what was happening any moment of it.
That late round.
They turned a 3v5 into a 1v3 and a 1v2 clutch and was still able to get it closed out. It was stupid. It was reckless. It was what I want to watch in a Counter-Strike match.
That late round molly was huge to seal off that top shadow and to make him the only player on
I was saying, I forget which player on Sleepless was taking so much molly damage, but that...
I think it was Big Man Blastoise, right?
I think that actually wound up being a little bit of a deciding factor there, and didn't have to be. All right, we'll have the next match. That's Anubis with the same teams, Sleepless and Snuffles. I keep getting mixed up because it's the player and the team name are both like the same. They come from the same. Okay,
that's okay. Snuffafoo, Fuffafoo.
We'll be back. Give us a little bit of break, and we'll have more Counter-Strike action for you. So stay tuned.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Friendly faces, you've known us. We've been here all day. CSGO, Columbus LAN, Operation Freedom. We're having a little bit of chat. Ladies and gentlemen, I need your answers, okay? And I know there's a delay on stream, but you get in a car crash and you get the check. Your car's totaled. You have to go buy a new one. It's a pretty penny check right there?
It's like, the exact value of your old car.
Okay, the exact value of your old car. You go buy a new one. What car are you getting? I am almost in this scenario. Pants over here had to get a minivan.
Well, I didn't have to get a minivan. I chose it.
You chose a minivan.
It's so utilitarian. I had a bed that I wanted to sell on Facebook, and the person who bought it was like an hour and a half away. I was able to drive it there, and it worked out pretty well.
That's exactly.
Because like if I had a sedan like I used to, that would never happen.
See, I kind of like small cars. So not small cars, but like
I do too. I think that the worst thing about having this new one is I'm constantly like going into small parking spots. Like I can't make it in. Right. Why'd I get this? But that's like the only negative. That and the gas mileage.
So like I can like eliminate. I'm not a truck guy. I don't really like trucks. Jeeps are cool. I just don't think I could drive one. just because of how big it is, and I'd be scared to like run shit over. And then, so I'm like an SUV kind of like Challenger guy. I like the.
I think that you know, I have this and it's really utilitarian. If I could get a second car, I'd make it a hatchback and probably make that my daily driver.
Yep.
But this is nice to have.
Yeah,
it's nice to have for when I need it, and it is also a pretty smooth ride, and it's got a lot of features.
And another thing about like minivans is there's something cool about riding in them. Like you can just like. You feel like you're ahead in life, and you're still in that phase of wanting a fast car, while I'm cool, calm, and collected.
Maybe I could meet an ill-advised woman who's like, I really want to have kids now, and I'm like, well, at least I got the car situation figured out.
Exactly.
At least I can ruin my finances right here, right now, and be a little prepared.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, you've asked for it. Whatever the second map of this is, you just saw it. We passed it. It's Anubis.
Yeah. Speaking of Anubis, you know, we got somebody experienced with Counter-Strike commentating, and then Anubis in the other chair.
Ha ha ha!
In the other chair.
That was a good one, actually. That was a good one.
I come with it.
He comes with it as now. Hey, we know Snuffles are the aggressors, the predators.
They're Russian. They're going into. What's that, B?
They're going to A.
Yeah, my bad. They're going to B. Sorry, they're going to A. I'm waking up to ash and dust.
I lost my...
Utilities are flying in, and it looks like they're making their attack. Oh, things are happening.
Oh, God.
Wilson checking corners, not finding much, and Sleepless Gaming has to wake up and find their rotation to the other side. Icarus looking from upper onto the river.
They're not expecting this. I love it. Wait, they are expecting it.
And now they got too many faces on him.
Bomb is not planted for Snuffles, though. Bomb is not planted.
Hermes at least able to get a little bit of take back. Jax and Top Shadow do not give a single solitary
That's a way.
take it. That's a big one.
Show him! Get in there! My bad. Sorry, that's very loud in your ear.
Avoid audio peaking.
Oh. Yeah, producer, was that audio peaking right there?
Not even from a production thing, but just from a, you know, if you're in the chat, you might not want to hear
yeah, you're right. I apologize for the
my ear.
for the headphones. I get excited when the players get excited, and I can tell you right now, Top Shadow, feeling it, and good comeback out of him. He was the kind of like the guy I don't. No, he didn't like lose in those later rounds on Ancient, but I think what was it? Oh no, it was the Biggie. Or Big Man Blastoise.
Yeah.
Hurting himself a couple times, costing his team in those like 3v2s because easy snaps. So again, seeing him back in the energy, being like, let's go, let's get it, is always nice.
Yeah. And again, this is Sleepless's map pick, and they made it pretty close on, you know, Snuffles' map pick, so they should have this one in the bag if we just follow like what we can infer from that. But they're looking nice. They're in control of the situation right now. They got good spreads, 2-1-2, classic A mid B split, and they're just waiting for action to occur. And it looks like we're going to get this B push pretty soon. Top Shadow's ready for it. He's going to get double swung on. The flash comes in, and he is full blind. That worked like a dream.
Now
I think that Blastoise is going to get counterfeited from behind. Mini doesn't take anybody down, and now we're down to 2 players on Sleepless side. That was a very good take, like super formulaic and by the book, but extremely well executed. DH now has a hill to climb. You might get sick of me saying that that kind of thing, but
no,
it's true.
Especially like after they got that person on a CT wall, like you get him out of there, like that cave area, because he's the one that kind of like
that was a force buy round. That was very risky from Snuffles, but it paid off dividends.
And they got their Mac 10s, like dude, the Mac 10s. Jeez.
Oh, Diaz peeked away from double doors at like the last possible moment. He maybe could have gotten a frag, but nah, he's out. He's piecing. Bones actually does commit. They get the bomb plant. They get the blow up. That is, besides losing a player, that is as perfect as the round 2 as you could have had.
It is indeed.
Crazy.
Especially when you force buy.
Yeah, and now, they got helmets and armor and guns, and what does Sleepless have? Pistol upgrades and just a little bit of armor. that little bit of armor is going to hurt when some of the headshots come in and they're from M4s and they're insta kills.
Very, very low util as well. Oof. We've seen what, like 3 flashes? No, 2 flashes and 2 flashes and 1 smoke on the side of Sleepless Gaming. So good luck on any retake if that happens. You are hoping that you win your initial frag kills or fragging engagements. So far, again, spread look on Anubis. We talk about one thing. This was the map that Snuffles had the biggest problem on, right? We'll talk about they went to the OT in that first round of bracket play. So, again, there's a lot of hope here for Sleepless. This is their pick.
I mean, maybe MSP Go just has it figured out on Anubis, maybe. But I just believe in Snuffles' ability to play because they definitely have something up their sleeve. A game plan that not many people are prepared for. Diaz taking him down with a 5-7, and that Nova is definitely just a broke boy purchase.
Yeah,
it's like one of the cheapest long guns in the game. I think it's like 1,200, and it ain't nothing more swag than a Nova kill.
Yeah, but you ain't hitting Jack
from I think it was just like, oh, I got it pressed.
I got it pressed.
Like
I gotta look.
It is 3v3. The Nova comes through. A little swag.
He found a second.
A little swag coming in from Big Man Blastoise. Also,
and he found a third.
So the most important thing to consider: shotgun, biggest bonus for kills.
Oh, is it?
I think that each kill is 900.
That is
so
insane.
900, 600. So I think he got 2,700 there just off of the shotgun. And now he can be the charitable man that he is. We don't need to think about the shotgun anymore, but I will be the philanthropist for my team.
Yeah, you can say he spent 4,200 that round.
Blastoise coming at him with both barrels, as a Blastoise should. Does the Nova have 2 barrels? No, it's a single barrel shotgun. It's tube fed. But shut up.
That's now.
They don't have a double barrel shotgun in this game. They should. It would be really lame. I hate it when they add double barrel shotguns to my video games. Black Ops 6.
Oh.
Beavis and Butthead pack. Why is it listed as a launcher?
You know what? You keep
special weapon.
Keep duking on Beavis, bro. He's awesome. But now first frag going the way. Top Shadow. And now
we are full bot on AKs.
You got
can afford it.
Presence through E-Bot. They are trying to take this.
Kind of got like double teamed. It was a little unfortunate. Kermie taking something back. Icarus also with the plays. Mini and Jax now have to get back into sight because I think that the convergence is going to happen and the plant is going to come through true. Kermie's got the aim trained on the right spot.
His teammate is throwing.
Give it up. Oh, and Mini's able to counter.
I love it.
Icarus now kind of playing in a retake scenario so the bomb's not down. And wow, that was a lot of deliberation coming in from Sleepless, and you know they look like they're wide awake for sure.
This guy's a giant. You've seen Big Man Blastoise stand up?
Yeah,
dude.
He was asking me and Gabe if he should do a Zin every single time they went around. And I'm like, oh, that's Top Shadow. My bad. That's Top Shadow who said that. And I said no, because that sounds like a bad idea.
All right, Eco coming in from Snuffles. They're pretty much just not buying anything, and rightfully so. But they're going to be probably staring down the deficit of a 4-1 when they get that full loss bonus in. So we'll see what happens here. And we know them as never count them out for pistols. Look at that. Straight through mid, on to A. You are now playing this.
They've given up sight?
They did.
The Glocks. That's crazy.
I mean,
they should be able to swarm in and descend onto Snuffles' House of Pain, but still, this is kind of the position that you don't really want to give up. It was just a good guess. They were kind of more anticipating the B play.
Hey,
Top Shadow sprays him down. Kermie's able to pick up the M4, and Bones with the burst fire. Some people do that. I don't know if it's for the swag. I don't know if it's for an actual advantage, but there it seemed like a weird idea.
Kermie got the M4, got out of there.
Yeah, they got the M4, and that's really all you need from a round like that. And you know, a couple confirmed kills, not bad. They got to rebuild a little bit, but weird round. Weird round from all respects. Like how'd they get on site? How'd they actually get kills? How'd they, why did we see burst fire?
And again, we got an Opera in play. Something we didn't see last series was much of the Opera. I mean, Diaz.
Yeah.
Phenomenal late in that Ancient, but like for the side of Snuffles, I didn't see any Opera action. It was interesting.
Yeah. I mean, right now, Bones with the op.
No, I know. I'm just saying, like, we
Bones
really
with the op.
anybody
Come through smoke.
Man, dude, there's a caster curse, and let me tell you, I say something, and it's either I say something good and everything bad happens, or I say something bad, or like I don't see this, and there's more of it. So,
Snuffles getting back into the mix. Hopefully, we can see Wilson attend the has a kill party sometime soon. Top Shadow is slow walking through smoke.
No way. When does Wilson? The reload.
The rhythm was bad, and maybe should have found a wall to hide behind before reloading. It's, you know, coulda, shoulda, woulda. Don't want to be the weakest link in situations like this, that's for sure. I
mean, the good thing is A-Site was free. You have, who's that? Icarus just holding mid from Temple. So right now, all you have to worry about is either the flank or backside CT spawn. And at that point, you got more eyes than anything on that. And Sleepless probably just going to save here. Not gonna throw anything into the wind. No caution. They don't want anything. They want that Opera. They want those one AK and one M4 heading into this next round. And again, Sleepless pick looking phenomenal on the CT side of things. Did they pick CT? I think they started PT. No. Snuff wanted the T side of things.
Yep, this map is supposed to be T-sided, so I think they just wanted to get the higher score that they could early. But you know, this is T-side, and Sleepless is playing like this right now. Then probably looking at third map. Third map is Mirage. We could be seeing that, but for right now, Snuffles is on momentum. They did get the win, and they are, you know, putting Sleepless into a less economic situation. They can still full buy, and they decide to. But it's 4-2, and we still got a long way to go in this set.
That smoke was insane from Mini off spawn.
Diaz looking for a river, doesn't get the hit, and now the smoke comes through. Bones with the early op. Kind of looked like Wilson had that, but it was somebody else.
Finds a second.
Bones gets another kill. Bones refusing to let Wilson get on the board.
It's insane. Big man sneaking through the smoke.
Wow.
I think it hurt the plant. There it is.
Ooh. Oh. Able to react. Again, another Bones op kill. Bones is looking
a beast right now.
Yeah, looking crazy with that thing. I think he's on a 3K.
And that's planted for him, so he has all the advantage. Well, it's going to be planted for him. So now.
He can peek through. Not going to be an ace,
He saw him. Is he going to play chicken? He's going to play chicken. Does he know the person is close right here on tower? I don't know.
Bomb's still not down, though.
Still not?
Yeah, he's got control of the situation, and he catches it properly. Bones able to finish it out, though. Real good stuff from Bones. Lightning in a bottle. I don't know why I said that.
Lightning in a bottle. You know that Key and Pele skit?
No.
Look it up.
Key and Pele?
Yeah.
Peel. They say it in the show every single time.
Oh, okay.
Pele is a soccer player.
I know Pele is a soccer player, but if you haven't seen that Lightning in a Bottle clip, that is hilarious in a sense. I was about ready to have a conversation with everybody.
They can't hear him.
I know. So hopping into this. Funny enough, Snuffles really loving the A side of things.
Yeah.
And I think Sleepless has caught on, so now they're playing more mid to A and not that like three-man site on B. So we'll see how that rolls through. They have given up Ebok for the time. Smoke running in, giving Top Shadow some room, but again, a full eco coming in. I think there's like, one Deagle in play for the side of Sleepless, and this is a very passive round. Can they find anything? Can they hurt the economy of Snuffles?
Icarus with the flash in, ready to swing. Kind of got an early peek, which led to himself getting flashed, but Bones is able to fully commit. Blastoise gets the dink, but it's not a full kill. You got that head armor. You got to love having head armor. Always wear a helmet. Skateboarding, biking, doing counterterrorism in Egypt. Got to wear a helmet.
Yeah, you know, that's a daily activity for some men, but A was open for the taking after those first initial frags, and Snuffle plant a bomb down. They get their post-plant setup, and
this is looking solid. I mean, like what? You got 5.7s and a Deagle, and in body armor, no helmets. Like, it's probably just gonna write this one off. Kind of almost looks like they're saving. It's not really a situation where you want to save.
But I mean, there's nothing much because like even if you just throw it, you're just
Yeah.
I would just save just so they don't get the satisfaction of killing me and the money of killing me. So I'd be like, I'm going to play hide and seek and make you come and want it. So.
This gives them some time to think, too.
Yeah.
You know, they don't have to do as much when they're just trying to stay alive.
Yeah.
But Diaz gonna get descended on.
They haven't even. They
got Jax, and now it happens anyway.
They didn't take a single person down. Yep. Interestingly enough, Snuffles have made a comeback with Wilson on the donut cam.
Yeah.
0-7.
Yeah, they are 4-4.
The donut cam.
And we have a player who hasn't gotten a single frag on the.
That's insane. But by the backs of the opera bones, we can see how vital it is.
You know, not to put more of a focus on that, but also not a single assist. Connecting shots. Something we do want to see.
And now, M4s across the board. Diaz taking a lot of damage right there. I'm assuming by a molly in a sense. Oof. Presence through mid. Do not cross the lines of sight of this man. He will send you packing. He will make you into a Tyrannosaurus Rex. Ancient as bone. I don't
Forgotten by time.
Forgotten by time.
I was helping you out.
Thank you.
Some sneaky action going on within the smoke. Icarus looking for something. It's there, but will he find it? It almost looked like those AK shots were going to connect, but a little too late.
And now, the bomb is moving towards B. Pants needs to get his food. Everybody, he put his order before the match, and okay. He didn't break the headset, but the aggression. Right there, Bones finding the first frag. That's going to be huge. All arrows, all little bubbles. Snuffles wanting to force this down the choke. Top Shadow finds one mini through the pinch. And sewers. The reload comes in. And somehow, some way, Snuffles find a way out of that choke point, out of that Cobra's grip hold. I don't really know how you want to call that. I got nachos. He got nachos, everybody. Oh, no, I'm not allowed to announce that. Sorry. Okay. Okay. It's now.
It sounds professional.
It's a mid.
I'm not going to eat him on mic. Don't worry.
He's not going to eat him. I know that much. I think.
Bones with the op, downriver, trying to look for something upper. Wilson getting on the board, full blind. Maybe that's what you need to do. Take away his monitor.
I think hearing the satisfaction of a crunchy nacho would be awesome, though.
Yeah, we're not
just like that as the kill comes through. Okay. Diaz, last one here.
Only 5-7 to his name, and maybe making something happen. And he gets Wilson.
And he got him pretty low, Carmi.
Yeah.
So he's at 9 HP in a dream.
But still, Snuffles has the body count to go up against Sleepless, and they're just gonna full push. They smell blood in the water, and this should be a really hard retake for Sleepless. They still got some utility. They got fire. They got smokes, but fire is good for denying getting to somewhere, and they have to push in. So, what's it gonna be good for? Maybe flanking, or maybe causing someone to get out from a preferable spot.
Short smokes and then long mollies.
Yeah.
Long incendiaries to maybe kind of like drag those people out. But you peek Bones. Yeah. Peek Bones again.
Turn it into a 2v4. Big Man Blastoise has a lot to do with a very little gun, and I think that he is just going to give up the ghost. He's looking for these exit frags. He gets the one. He gets Kermie, who was mad lit.
Yeah, he doesn't have a kit, so. He doesn't have a defuse, sorry. Not a kit. This is the same thing, right?
Yeah.
Kit defuse, yeah.
It's called a defuse kit.
Yes. See? I know something around here. Like, come on. I'm not a dead sack of body for nothing. All right. What's going to happen? Well, it's going to be a save. One hero gun at least. No, there's going to be some buying here. Players. Technical timeout, game timeout. Tech timeout coming in. As you guys can see the beautiful faces of the players. So it goes on the top. Big Man Blastoid has the man bun on down. Goes like, that is not. Top Shadow has the man bun. I apologize. They are not lined up with names. So whatever Pants has been telling you is wrong. And again, somebody somebody rocking with the Rops jersey. That's that guy in the second chair on the top hand side. Saw him earlier. Love a good Ropper. Love a good Rops. I love the play style. That's just like a lurker and does a lot on a map for you when you're in a tight pinch if he just gets in through a bomb site for free. However, it's so hard to do that because I feel like everybody plays so patiently, especially at this LAN. There's always going to be one person on a site, so it's never going to be any free open lane. It's going to be you have to find at least a frag to open things up.
Snuffles finding their place in this B site, and they think they can do it again. This is probably one of the more definitive pushes into a site I've seen from him this half. All 5 players got a split. They're just looking for this early frag. Snuffles able to find it off of kind of a messy spray. We get another kill. Icarus with the kill, and yeah, Snuffles is just in there. People are falling. Blastoise has to come in all the way from the other side, and he might not be able to make this happen.
Oh, he not gonna do anything. Maybe just take a couple. I mean, you got what, 3 that are very low. One below 50, one above 50 HP, just above it though. So again, maybe a few dinks. Try and find something here. Big man Blastoise.
He's doing a lineup for no grenade.
And now Icarus.
Icarus should be the one to easily kill.
Yeah.
Blastoise able to do it.
Next up would be Snuffles. If you take Snuffles out, I feel like that'd be a huge win, but again.
I think Bones is the one to hit right now.
Well, Bones, but I'm saying like out of this, because we saw how good Snuffles was on that HM map. Just hit.
Oh, he's able to take out Kermie, but then Snuffles is able to come from behind. That was a nice little pincer maneuver. Good flank, good action coming in from Snuffles House of Pain, who is standing pretty 3-round lead on the final round of the half.
That is, and
we get full buys coming in from both sides. Only thing Diaz is missing is a helmet, also mini, but again, full AKs and an AWP from the other side, so the helmet not entirely necessary.
So would you prefer helmet or more util?
Optimally, you would be going for util, and if you're on CT side and you have to choose between the two, it's always going to be util.
Okay.
T side likes to have helmets more because that can be the difference between getting a single shot by an M4 or not. But yeah, when you play at this level, like it cannot be understated how absolutely important utility is. You need to have your lineups, you need to be able to know how to use them, and you need to be using them. Right. I think that's a lot of things you see in matchmaking is like people will buy full nades and then just keep them close and then they'll die, and then it's like, cool, you wasted 2,000 in utility and you didn't touch any of it.
Bomb goes down. Are you going to try and save? There's no point in trying to save. You got to make something happen.
It's the half. They have to push in.
Yeah.
They have to get the win because then that would give them a little more.
All right, hold on.
And Blastoise, Diaz with the op shots.
Can he do this?
They both have defuse kits.
And they're not going to check lower.
Yeah, that's great. It was only one man standing in the end from Snuffles, or Team Snuffles, but it was not enough.
And that's what they wanted, right? I mean, that's the perfect scenario for Snuffles. Because, again, they decided to pick T-side. It started out 4-0.
It's a T-sided map.
Wasn't looking promising.
It is Sleepless's map, so they should be putting up more of a fight, I would say.
And, well, here's the thing. Do you think they do that to give the other team, like, hey, you can pick T-side, so that way we start off CT and find something?
The mind games of decision-making are way beyond me.
Right.
It's something that I barely have to think about because I'm never playing 2 out of 3 in Counter-Strike. I only ever play one match at a time.
I just know sometimes that, like, if a team picks a map that's so one-sided, it could be because they're so good at CT.
Mm-hmm. And, you know, speaking of being good at CT, we got 2 kills already from Kermie, laying down the law, cowboy mode with the dual Berettas.
I love it. I'm a Beretta man. I'll say it. My teammates hate me, but I am a Beretta man through and through. I just love to.
Hell yeah.
You like round a corner and miss every shot. You're like, nice, man. And you tell them, hey, he's one shot.
I think in any situation, I would think about getting a Beretta. Dualies, I would maybe just get a tech instead. I guess you can't do that for both sides, so. Sleepless does get the bomb down, and it's now 4-3. They don't have the man advantage, but now they do with Blastoise taking it out with 2 back-to-back headshots. And just Glock headshots, you know, Kermie had laid down such an excellent foundation for this round to start, and in a blink of an eye, it has been completely reduced to nothing.
Hey, go ahead for the defense. Bones. The aggressive.
A lot of missed shots there. We have location confirmation. Can't get the defuse because we don't have a kit and there's not enough time. Looking to just bait something out. Maybe I do have a defuse.
Well, I mean, is he? Okay, he doesn't. He's Sleepless so rowdy, even though it was a 1v1. I know he wasn't getting that off in time.
Something activated, and I think Blastoise's headshots were the catalyst for that.
Oh no, they're back. They're in this, so they're gonna have AKs, maybe one Galil and a MAC-10 on their side. And again, look at this. It's I don't want to say force buy, right? Because you got 3 SMGs or MP9s and a couple people. Well, they decided to save. That's Snufflefu and Wilson. Interesting that the SMGs, those MP9s, all in Snufflefu's hands.
Blastoise meeting up with Snufflefu, taking him out quickly. Another core component of Team Snuffles being taken out early into the round. Bones is able to, fight fire with fire, and it's really just an MP9 party right now.
Is indeed rotation. Thinking about it, and they're going to back off of A, maybe play through mid.
We have rifles on Sleepless. We have an AK, 2 Galils. They have the advantage for sure regarding firepower, but
it's a 4v3.
A 4v3, where are the CTs? Can we push into A? Can we push into B? It looks like it's going to be an A play with where the bomb is, but it's hard to say. Losing the Galil versus MP9 fight from that range, hello?
It's insane.
Yeah, the MP9, it's the modern M4, man.
That's why
it's just a little weaker.
That's why it's in Icarus's hands. That's why it's in Bones' hands. They are one-man army.
Looking to swing, trying to get into B site, and this could be a mess.
So, you should get the bomb down, get that extra 300.
Yeah.
Try and do that, and smokes are going to come out, so all you got to worry about is E-Block. This is huge. But
I think that this round might be a bit of a lost cause, but I think the best thing that they can do is try and keep that AK in their hands, and yeah, they're able to access it. That's going to be absolutely massive for Sleepless. Or sorry, for Snuffles. Team Snuffles. Too many.
Well, we talked about that, even though, like, would you rather have an AK or just put these guys with MP9s and MAC-10s? Because, again, going back to Ancient, it was so insane to see them have those.
Look, man.
AKs are AKs. AKs are AKs.
I think that the MP9 thing is more just a case of circumstance that they kept staying alive.
Yeah, I know.
And it was a pattern I was noticing, but I do think they started shedding them.
It was just because it was working.
Yeah. I think that any Counter-Strike player worth their salt would always prefer to have an AK.
Yeah.
The only thing that they would want to have over an AK is an AWP.
That is true. Not everybody knows how to use an AWP, but let me know. Bones knows how to. Save, 1 TAC-9 from Top Shadow. Going to be in from Sleepless. Like a variety of weapons across the board from Snuffles, what they mustered up the last couple rounds off dead bodies and kind of buys. So if you're Sleepless, you don't really have the advantage. All you got is numbers. And what do? Rush a site with numbers.
They got all 5 locked and loaded, ready to push into A. And
oh, God.
Nobody's ready for it except for
Snuffle's up here with a
MP9.
MP9.
He's got the one, and that's pretty much just like, they're coming, they're going to hurt me. Hello, I'm going to die.
And he found a second
kill with the MP9, and
third with Wilson.
Third parties. Nice little situation going on for them. Diaz narrows it down a little bit, but it's another one for Snuffles, and we're in this second half of this T-sided map, and Snuffles is 2-1 in the half. They are saying it's not T-sided. We are playing in the map. You know what this map is? Yeah. It's Snuffle-sided.
It's Snuffle-sided. We saw this out of Sleepless, though. In Ancient, didn't they go down in the second half, and they made a comeback, but it was like 11-10 or something like that?
They did make a comeback, but still lost. So if that trend carries, then
I'm just saying, there just needs to be that one micro detail that they just kind of change and flip to where they consistently keep doing it. But they're not down and out is what I'm saying. They have the ability to muster something up.
Ooh, Top Shadow getting shots on Icarus, but Icarus is able to weasel his way out by running back through Connector. Icarus now playing more into the site, so he doesn't have to worry about getting blown up.
It's a great smoke.
Kermie is ready for action. Gets the frag.
I love it.
Allows him to shoot through, but is it quite ready?
Diaz. Able to find another one on Snuffles.
Icarus does pick it up. Jax takes out Bones, and now we only got 2 players left on Snuffles' House of Pain. This is good for Sleepless.
Yeah, and again, like you clear those 2 a day. They got a little bit aggressive. They tried to fight through on the river side of things. And it's just like, boys, it's free. Everybody come to me. You still have that lurker, number 6, Mini. Always doing a phenomenal job. He's going to try and find a somewhat of a pinch later in this setup.
Oh, this is that save round as it gets. They're just looking for exit frags. You know, doesn't get much more save round than I'm just going to shoot into sight and hope I hit something. But Mini is doing a little sneaky action, trying to see if he can find exit frags of his own, and I don't think they are anticipating him at all. Could he be coming through connector, trying to see if he can find Icarus? They might know he's lit. They might have forgotten.
My favorite thing to do, or my favorite thing to see, is when everybody saves, they run to the opposing team spawn. Mm-hmm. And it's so funny because the opposition knows that. So when they go hunting, there's usually just one guy like Mini clearing one side of the map, and then everybody goes back to their spawn. It's fun. It's like my own little joke. I laugh at it because it's like, why do you go to the opposing team spawn? Like, just...
Sometimes it's the farthest... It depends on the map. Sometimes it's the farthest spot away from the bomb explosion. It could just be as simple as that.
True.
And, you know, in the case of, like, Dust 2, there's some pretty good hiding spots in CT and T-spawn. Okay. Like, you can take it by surprise before they take you by surprise. It's all situational. I don't think you're going to be seeing it that much on this map. I don't think there's much design to the spawn points of Anubis, but...
Nades are out, mollies are out.
Yeah.
Again,
Icarus, a nice little piece of damage, taking a chunk out of Top Shadow and Big Man. It's going to hurt if they get thwarted by body shots. If trying to peek out. Gets countered by Diaz. Excellent shot. Kind of from an unexpected angle, I think.
Oh, if Big Man goes down, I was going to say, if Big Man goes down, he seemed to be like their top fragger, their entry fragger. So for them taking a site, it would be difficult, but they make do. They find the first one with the back of Diaz's Opper. And again, the rotation, the timing of when number 4, Snuffles. Again, they don't have that mid control, so he's going to have to check this A-bomb.
Ooh, this is a bad rotate from Snuffles.
Yeah.
He's reading it as the B play, at like the moment they're actually committing fully to the A play.
It's because Big Man's still here.
Yeah, he's doing excellent counter intel.
I love it.
And now they get a swarm sight. Big Man gets to walk away with his life. He actually gets to meet up, and now he finally gets taken out.
That was actually huge.
They completely cleared sight. They are now understanding they got us on the plant, but this is a totally doable retake. They have the extra number, but totally doable isn't the same as guaranteed.
It's not. You have Diaz here.
Waiting.
Always a solid rock.
Only one more, and that's Snuffles. And only one more, and that's Jax. 7 HP.
Oh, it's been a rock versus a shaky boy. Jax had his moments. The tap is going to come through. Snuffles can't find the bomb. He has to run around. Taps, Jack, Charles, and Sleepless.
That was a little bit of a butterfingers. If he could have smoked the bomb, we could have seen a pretty solid ninja situation going on there. But instead, couldn't smoke the bomb, couldn't find the bomb, was too focused on that, couldn't focus on the player with Jax, who's so close to death. Just 7 more HP is all that would have been needed to turn the tide in the other direction. And, you know, you hate to see it, but Snuffles in those situations, you gotta have that 1% more clutch factor, because that just looked like spaghetti, man.
And this is the same situation. Win a couple rounds, you get them to an eco, so this is probably going to be 10-8, and you're going to the next round with more money than them.
But, hey, this is a situation where Snuffles can, you know, ball out a little bit and rush and prove that they have that tenacity. Maybe not that much.
I was gonna say everybody died. But again, that's what a pistol round looks like for these boys. The question is, this is what they did on Ancient. I don't think they'll get the full loss bonus. They'll be one off. So in that scenario, on Ancient, they did like 2 save rounds. They did 2 ecos. And it costed them, which is why Sleepless was able to get back into it. They got to that like 11-10 territory.
Yeah.
Do you force here? Yeah, they force.
Yeah.
I mean, they are, but I was going to say, like, well, I didn't get my question out in time, so.
Yeah, I do. Yes. But, you know, there's more rounds left. I think that it's an earlier scenario than what we saw there.
Okay. So probably like if they lose this round, that's when you're looking at it or something like that.
Yeah, that's when you're looking at double save. Because like you double save, that's 10, then that's 11, and then you can now get back into it without having to, you know, truly worry about the risk of overtime being guaranteed. Because that's where you don't want to wind up.
They'll have full loss bonus after this though, so I'm expecting like maybe a half at most, make something happen. But again, what can they find? Sleepless getting a little bit more passive through the Riverside. You have somebody top heaven. But again, Diaz, he's been turning up lately with this Opera, been putting it to the test with Bones. A little bit of a boost here, but they don't see anything. And look at this.
Yeah, a little bit of full mid action going on.
This is how they've gotten Snuffles out of rotations.
Checking mid. The only thing we have alternatively is Jax is holding that upper position towards the A site.
Oh, he's going to peek.
He's dropping down, Snuffafu. Oh, wow, Bones takes him out. The double coverage working out pretty well. And, you know, I got to imagine Snuffafu's feeling a little underwhelmed.
What?
Like, ooh, I could kill.
What is this, Kermie?
This is definitely a play. I don't even know if Snuffles has any info to go off of.
I mean, they double smoked mid, Temple, and
they haven't given up B. They're still willing to hold it. So I think that right now it's going to be...
Dude, they're going to double back?
Yeah, Mini is going to try and confuse them. I think that's definitely the...
Now they're full walking. They can hear this for days. However, you got number 6 in through A. Does he win that gunfight on Bones?
Commit.
He does.
It's finally the A play.
Huge
4 to 4. Everybody's full.
This is a fast rotate out of Snuffles here.
The biggest thing that they could do is prevent the bomb from getting down.
The molly
doesn't happen. It's now a true retake scenario. 3 to 2 pretty quickly. Oh, and now just as quickly. Wow, Sleepless.
Yeah. Let him know. My bad. Let him know. For the people at home. Sorry. For the people at home.
Yeah, Sleepless really making that was a hell of a play.
Taking a page out of Snuffles' book, just full send, full rush. I mean, it wasn't really full rush, but it was like once they got into the site.
They got onto the site. I guess that's a rush in a way.
Full rush into the A when it's clear.
It's the slowest round that we've had.
I meant like just, all right, the way the gunfights went down in Belfast.
Yeah. Yeah. Volatile firefights that really felt like it could have been Snuffles at one point, but like 2 seconds later, the entire makeup of it changed. Yeah, right now it's just Sleepless is getting the better picks, plain and simple. They look solid.
Again, you're looking at the save. So you're looking at
Deagles and 5.7s. That is like
not safe.
We've seen Snuffles only have USPs. That's like, you know, the rollover round. I'm going to take it, and you're going to give it to me. But this one, it's more.
There's a little push.
Don't count us out. We got something for you.
We got the haymakers on our side. But again, look at this.
I've seen the 5.7 do a lot of work today.
They give up
all the rounds.
They give up mid, which is another thing. Again, Sleepless has taken this to their advantage.
Yeah. Fortunately, they are kind of a little prepared. That connector isn't really the best position, but
especially when you have this like pinch where it's not going to be a crossfire, but you're going to be seeing people like swing at the same time. Now you're going to molly it. Everybody grouping up right there.
Good dink to Diaz, but not enough to kill him. Mini is going to be totally prepared, and yeah, they're not going to be able to push through connector at all. Mollies just keep coming through. I wonder if they have any more in store.
I mean, you have the numbers advantage. Or you don't have numbers
advantage. Kill on Kermie, another kill on Bones. Icarus taking out Mini.
Oh.
And, you know, another one taken down. All right, that was a little scary for Sleepless, but, you know,
5.7s and Deagles.
What do we see on Ancient? Now we're back at 10-10.
Tactical timeout. Snuffles. Hey, they get nicey. They're getting a little scared. Hold up. The shivers coming down. Top Shadow rallying the troops. In the comms, man. Tell them what's up. Bones. Tell him, Bones. I think he's the middle guy right there. The tall one. Right there. Okay, never mind. End is Bones. Whoever the middle guy is. Insanely tall. 6'7"? I think he's 6'7".
I don't know.
Okay.
I haven't seen him stand up. So all I've been seeing him sit.
Looks 6'7" from there, but again, we're now looking at a 10-10. Full loss bonus for Snuffles and House kicking in, so they're going to full buy. They have everything. Armor, a couple people without helmets, so it's going to be interesting.
And I think that what we're going to see from Snuffles is, you know, this clean 2-1-2 split. They're just going to try and stick their feet in the ground and not really give Sleepless the opportunity to take sight. That's really been their biggest Achilles heel, is they just let them take sight, and it's like, well, now we got to retake, and this is going to be hard.
Been giving up a lane, but you leave
a little more resistance would be better. Bones taking the first one. Good start for Snuffles. They need that.
Yeah. Do you reach Chalice if you're top? You've been having the hot hand, but now you try and work this A side.
Going through a thin opening like that to try and push it off. Oh my God! Snuffles full block, not full blind, half blind, but able to get a shot. And you know, Jax retaliating nicely, but we're whittling down the Sleepless players bit by bit. It's just Jax and LAN.
That's actually
able to get on site. Top Shadow trying to contest over in mid. Has to double back. Can't do it all the way because the molly's there. Now Top Shadow gets thwarted by Kermie. Jax looking up from sight, and it's a 4v1. What do you do? Everybody has their barrels trained on me, and I can't do anything.
I don't like that molly. I don't like that molly from Jax.
I think that it was more intended to prevent CTs from getting in, and it was more like, and if he can't get in, that should be fine. But it wound up being that way. Plus, he still had room to be in that hallway to stay safe, but it was tricky. Snuffles getting back into the mix. Haven't seen them take a round in a little bit, and they're sitting on lost bonus. They're on the lost bonus advantage up until the end of the half. So
Bones getting right back into the mid map.
It's gonna be tricky.
This is where he was huge. Is he facing Diaz? That is the question. The other opper. It's phenomenal on both sides. Bones and Diaz, the op battle. What can you find? Diaz wins it. Phenomenal one. Nice frag to open up this round. Sleepless, however, on the flip side, will not get too aggressive. They will wait. Snuffles gonna back down people at B. And that has been the advantage of Snuffles. I feel like they've been capturing, or they've been holding B very well to the point where it's felt like Sleepless has had to go to A.
Yeah. There's been a couple of rare times where Sleepless is able to figure B out, but I think it's more because of like a collapse at the beginning of the round.
Exactly. The
beginning of the round, B is Snuffles' happy place, and
what we're about to see right here, right? A mid round rotate, and it's just
Wilson's not maybe ready for the double doors. Top Shadow swings away at the worst possible time. Wilson puts him on the board. And now it's a 4v4 scenario. This is going to be an absolutely huge win for Snuffles if they can take it. That would put them on overtime doorstep or a win doorstep, and that would prevent Sleepless from getting into the grand finals.
That frag win right there. That does not hit Kermie.
He is able to tank it. No damage coming his way. I will not move my feet an inch, and I will maintain safety. I don't think they're going to be prepared for him to peek out, because that. And he takes out the bomb planter. That is huge. The whole spray down almost gets all three in one spray. What a maneuver! Oh my God! What a massive win!
Kermie.
Sleepless needs to figure something out right now. That was such a nightmarish Molotov. It was like, you throw that, you see it go off, you're like, that's exactly where I need to go. It's going to hit anybody in that corner. And you didn't see the kill graphic pop up. You're like, I'm still in there. There's nobody there. It's accounted for. Nobody needs to check that corner. I'm going to go plant bomb. No, you're not. I'm going to kill you. I'm going to kill your friend. I'm going to light your boy up for 84 HP. All in one spray. And I am Kermie. You cannot kill me.
And look at this. It's only 2 MAC 10s, maybe a couple TAC 9s for the side of Sleepless Gaming. Nothing.
This is nightmare fuel. If I am Sleepless, I am losing sleep over this round.
There you go. Into.
Diaz is able to get a little bit of kills. Top Shadow with a Tech 9. These are messy weapons. Wilson got to back out after spraying down to the end of his magazine. Bones looking for a pick.
He's in long. It's a 3v3.
Shooting willy-nilly. Yeah, bomb is down. That's gonna be huge because smokes are still coming in. They're taking away the visual possibility.
Everybody has a kit here, so it's gonna go down to the wire. Snuffles will play this.
They're making this such a close-range scenario. They're negating the usefulness of the op. Sleepless actually might have figured this one out.
Oh, they get the person.
They push in. They actually take someone out, and then Jax is in there. Snuffles falls, Wilson falls. Bones is gonna have to
finds 2.
And Bones at the last moment, Bones could figure it out, but the bomb still goes off, doesn't give them an opportunity to go into the next round with any weapons, but they can buy AKs and armor and, you know, maybe be a little short for utility, but Diaz might be the philanthropist, might donate. I think that Bones keeping the op so important to their success, but holy crap, that was a weird one. That was a weird one. How did Sleepless pull that off?
I don't know, but one Galil, and you got two people with very low util on the side of Sleepless Gaming. This is going to be huge if there's any sort of retake or any sort of try and maneuver, because you are going to have one shot with the amount of util you have to enter a bomb site, and you can tell how passive they have been playing everybody through top heaven. Snuffles, I think they know this. So they are just going to sit, again, that 2-2-1 or 2-1-2, however you want to look at it. And again, this is something that they did well. More presence towards B if you're Snuffles. Sleepless, the time is the time is now to go.
Jax leading the charge with the bomb. I think it's all but confirmed this is going to be an A play. And Snuffafu in wait with the MP9. You know he wants to let that thing fly.
A late smoke mid from mid.
Bones is trained, ready. Probably going to have to eat a flash here shortly.
Don't challenge.
That's the first one. Looking for another.
Able to find a second.
That's 3 down. We only got 2 more players on Sleepless Gaming to keep their tournament dreams alive. It's now 2v2. Mini coming in from behind in the shadows. And Top Shadow himself, a shadowy figure as well. In name.
Bones.
Oh, my Bones is able to get the wall head. Mini needs to figure this out right now. Not particularly their strongest player, but one who is very capable of surviving in scenarios like this. The pressure is on. The bomb is down.
Sticks it.
He's only got a flash.
When you look left
to his name. Can't assess the situation. Doesn't have that telepathy, and that's Team Snuffles. Snuffles House of Pain bringing on the pain.
Snuffles in a nutshell.
Not their map pick. They won their map pick, and they made it look close. That looked like Sleepless was making the argument of, even on your map pick, we can get there. We can get to double digits. So, you know, what do you think is going to happen on our side? And what happened on our side is another 13-11 from Snuffles, so they might be them ones. We don't even need to go to a third map. Mirage, we don't even need to see it. We'll probably see it in Grand Finals, but wow, that was really close. That's pretty much without overtime and without a third map. That's as long as you can make it. And a lot of exciting rounds. These guys weren't playing too safe. A lot of ballsiness, a lot of, I think that the word is headassery.
Is that a word? Is that a word?
And, you know, but you see these teams and you just see like the amount of fun.
Hold on. Is this in a map 3 producer?
It looks like Silly Monsters and Sedated.
Do you know what part of that
might be stepping up into your camera feeds if we're lucky. Okay.
Oh, interview first, and then we're gonna hop into it if we can. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna get somebody from the side of Snuffles. I don't know.
Who do you think is going to represent Snuffles?
Me? Oh, are you talking to me?
No, I'm saying that it's probably going to be Snuffafu.
Oh. I don't know. Bones was really good on the Opera map, too. So.
He was, but I mean, if there's anybody who could be a representative of the team, you might as well have it be the guy who made the team.
That is also true.
But I wouldn't mind Bones.
Like, I do interviews based off who was
I will say that this one, I don't feel like there was a player that was like overtly far and away the carry in the same way that Kojima was.
Right.
So like, I don't really mind who comes in here, but I think that Snuffles will have the most to say because he has a lot of pride in his boys. So
and like obviously this is him like going through and picking everybody that he wants. And
yeah.
He's like I know what he has that fits my play style or the team play style in particular.
Yeah, but I can't tell you what's going on in Silly Monsters and Sedated. All I know is that it's definitely close. You know?
I mean, we saw that one potentially going to map 3 because Sedated, nice win. It was, I don't want to say it was easy.
Oh
map
my
3
God.
is not yet started.
This is going to be, we're in it for the long haul, fellas.
God, dude, I didn't need to run to like Cockies to get a coffee or something like that.
Who we got coming in?
Is this Bones?
Oh, it's Kermit.
Oh, it's Kermit.
Another great player. As I was saying, everybody was playing so good. And, you know?
Thank you. Give me the mic.
Give me the mic, he says. Dude, come on.
Nachos look so good.
Give it to him.
They're not even in here.
They're
not even in here.
Oh, never mind.
You might scooting back a little bit.
Yeah, I can scoot back a little bit.
All right. We are joined by Kermie, one of the players on Snuffles House of Pain. A lot of clutch moments from you. I feel like House of Pain or Snuffles House of Pain had a lot of like players doing individual accolades. It wasn't like there was anybody who was like super far and away. You were hyping up Bones. I was hyping up Snuffafu, but that might just be because of the name recognition. But overall, what are you most proud of in the matches that you just played?
Well, I think like, to be honest, you said that we make like a lot of solo plays. Like we're an individual pug team, we're a lot of advanced players. So I think that like people just going and doing their own plays. I'm really, really proud of everybody taking initiative and kind of doing their own thing. Like yesterday we played against Silly Monsters. We got absolutely rolled on Anubis, and like we were like, holy fuck, like what are we gonna do? We're gonna play this again? Like should we ban the map? And like, you know, we thought about it and we played a little bit, and we were like, you know what? Everybody's just gonna go do their own thing. Maybe we'll flip up a couple spots, but overall we just felt really, really confident. So I'm proud in that way.
If you had to say there was an MVP on your team, you know, and you know, not to throw anybody else under the bus, but just who do you think really stepped up and showed the most initiative? It might not be something that showed up on the scoreboard. It might not be just like in the play-by-play or in the communication. Who was really?
All I'm saying is that. We had a really, really big round from Snuffles to win Ancient.
Yeah.
He just like aced them, and it was crazy. He kept the vibes good. So Snuffles is such a troll. He'll be like, yo guys, I'm going to buy an MP9 this round. I'm just going to run at them.
Talk about that.
That's what he does, bro. So
yeah.
I'd say, like,
I was getting the impression, getting the impression from him especially in that Ancient match of just like, I do what I want, and I might make a fool of you, and that's more important to me than victory on its own. Yeah. Like if I can get victory with a side of cheese, then I'll take it.
He's definitely a troll. Like he does, like he was watching F1 to warm up today. He's like, yeah, I'm just gonna watch some F1 today to warm up. That's my warm up for my warm up. So.
I mean, I don't really have anything particular. You guys played phenomenal. There's been times where you kind of double saved or double ecoed, and I was wondering if that would come into play because, again, on the Ancient, that was when Sleepless started coming back. So it was just like, walk me through the thoughts of wanting to do that because, again, double ecoing is a risk when you're near that 2 to 3 round loss bonus.
Yeah, I think that the big thing that really like puts you into perspective of like Counter-Strike 2 versus playing CSGO is that the pistol rounds mean so much.
Yeah.
So sometimes like if you don't win your pistol round, if you don't end up saving double or if you don't end up double saving, you only have 12 rounds to play with now. So it's really a big thing about trying to manage your economy better and try to think about it in like a more how many gun rounds can I get out of this? So
biggest thorn in your side from Sleepless.
Trying to think.
Biggie was going huge.
Yeah, Biggie Blastoise on the last map, bro. Like I looked at the scoreboard, like he was like 8-4. I was like, damn, bro, this guy owned us. There was that one round where they ran at us with shotguns. Remember, he had like a diamond.
Yeah, I think he got 3 kills with a Nova.
Yeah, it was
like
crazy.
$2,700 out of nowhere.
Yeah,
you're just like, I think he kind of gave you a taste of Snuffafu's own medicine. Just like, I'll embarrass you with the MPAI. He's like, bitch, I'll embarrass you with the Nova. And then, okay, so your guys are going to winners finals, or I mean, just finals. Yeah. You could call it either or. It's not double elimination. And you got one of 2 teams that you can be going up against. You could be going up against Sedated or Silly Monsters. Who are you praying loses?
I'm really hoping Silly Monsters lose because we lost to them yesterday. And honestly, I think it's a good matchup because I've played with Kojima a while, like on Sedated. Like I played like pugs with him. I've played LANs with him, so I know what he's capable of. So I think that like,
and he was capable of a lot during his match.
I heard he went like 31-9.
Yeah, I think it was like 32 or 33 because he caught up a little bit in the last round, but he was just So hoping that Silly Monsters loses for your sake because you're at least familiar with the way that this guy plays.
Yeah, because we played Sedated 2 and we beat him on Dust 2, so I'll just beat him on Dust 2 again.
Definitely not going to ban it, right?
And then last question. What's your favorite fruit to snack on?
Fruits, dude. Bananas, potassium. You can look at King Mezzi, major winner, bro. He'll eat a banana before every game. Every game, bro.
My roommate's like, I don't use pre-workout. I use apple. He eats an apple before going to the gym.
No, yeah, it's good.
And
your body.
I mean, he's better at the gym than anybody else. So get rid of the pre-workout is what I say. But also stay on bananas. Rock those before a CS match, and you're bound to win. Anyway, that was Kermie from Snuffles House of Pain, your resident only occupants of the grand finals. We're waiting on who's going to meet them. They get to take a little 50-minute break while we wait for this map to clear. And, thanks for
thanks, guys.
Thanks for the interview.
Yeah, thanks.
And, speaking of which, we will have that match, the third match of Silly Monsters versus Sedated coming up shortly. But right now, we're going to take a quick short break, so stay tuned. Game Arena CS, keep it posted.